Everyone, welcome to another episode of Independent Artist Night Song Series. Welcoming the special official guest host, Casey.
Hi,
Welcome.
everybody. Well, it's great to be here. I just want to wish everybody a happy Yule or holiday or Christmas, whatever you celebrate, to you, Scott, and all of your fans as well,
Oh, thank you.
and all of the United Artists, everybody. So, yeah, the whole family.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm somehow still not in the real Christmas mode yet.
I understand,
I realize time is
I'm right there with
the
you.
time is now.
Yes, I'm right there with you. Like this year it's been really difficult with the grief and the loss and I'm just getting over the flu and strep simultaneously, so I'm
Oh
with
my
you. Yeah,
goodness. Okay. Yeah.
we're a little late to the party maybe and being festive this year, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, today we're going to do one of our Turn the Tables episodes where you ask the questions and I give some answers to the latest single, the latest
Yeah.
SBG,
Yes.
On We
Yes,
Walk
well,
with Broken Hearts.
yes, well, you already know my feelings on it. This one, I have to say, and there have been several others on your album that have hit me pretty hard, but this one, let's just say tears were shed, and I really felt every line, every note. Yes, this is I declared it my official theme song for the 2024 winter.
Oh, well,
Yes.
I'm truly honored. And well, there's no greater gift, I think, than someone's tears to when you make something, and
Yeah.
that's that's like 1,000 times better than applause.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Well, it's really authentic because I mean, I'm already a fan to begin with, and you pulled so deep for this one. It's just, yeah, it really resonated so much with me. So, okay, so would you like me to start with questions? We actually have some fan questions this time. Would you like me to start with those, or do you
I've
want me
heard
to
that.
ask you
I've
my
heard
question?
uh, I've heard this rumor about fan questions. I'm so excited.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's start off with that
First of all,
because,
because that means if you follow the logic through, that means I've got fans. Is that so
yes,
exciting?
you do have fans. You have very dedicated fans as well. So, okay, so the first question is from someone we know is a very big fan, Richard Frank Gum.
Yeah.
Um, so he wanted to ask me, and he was so nice about it. And he was like, "Well, I don't want to intrude. I don't want to be, ask questions that are too personal, but you know, if it's okay, I would really like to ask him if if the song was inspired by personal events in his life." And I said that's fine. We have a candid discussion, so I hope that's okay to ask you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, first of all, hi, Richard, and bless you for all your enthusiasm and all your listens and everything and all your chats that we've had together. And and also thank you, Casey, for bringing us together. Um, yeah, he's a special guy. And yeah, I mean, I've just decided to be brutally vulnerable and truthful this
Yeah.
whole thing. And
Well, it's very much appreciated. And I think it adds so much more to the songs when people know the story.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I always love that too. But yeah, this came out of this divorce that I've been negotiating, you know, emotionally,
Hmm.
physically, and spiritually over the last 2 years.
Yes.
But a real, you know, and I suppose it's one thing about, the idea of on we walk with broken hearts is that it's so complicated, and it's never over, you know,
Hmm.
which is actually a line from the next single. Just was
Oh, wow. Okay.
heard a draft from James last night. But it's yeah, it is by real events, and I will just say there's really no secret that I'm recovering alcoholic and addict. And I had met my ex-wife in a recovery program. Um, and over the last year, she's had a series of like brutal relapses. We've got three young, three kids. Actually, I
Three three
keep saying young.
amazing children. Yes.
Yeah, I keep saying young kids, but it's really, yeah, they're all teenagers now. But yeah, so it just is. There's so much broken. It is layers upon layers upon layers of brokenheartedness. You know,
Oh,
I
yes.
mean, I just want to help this person. She is convinced I'm trying to destroy her. I'm trying to shield the kids, but I'm also trying to have a life of my own. And
Definitely. Yes. It's difficult to balance all of that. It's a challenge for sure.
yeah, well, and this has been going on for a year, by the way. It started one last
Okay.
Christmas. So that's exhausting. But I think it's also complicated because really the thing that broke the camel's back in the relationship was my behavior and what um I did to cope with the the difficulty and the pain of the relationship. And so what I did to cope with that broke the camel's back. And so it's also complicated because I have like a guilt,
Mhm.
that I like roll with
Yeah.
these days. So I'm gonna, first of all, I seek a lot of help about this, professional help, and also I have to say, spiritual help, wisdom, philosophical uh, help.
Yes.
And but I think the what has always helped me the most in life is when it's like I concretize my process of feeling and healing and moving onward through art, through making a song, you know?
Yes, that's very relatable. I understand that completely. Yes.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah, yeah,
It's your healing. It
yeah.
is when you're an artist, you have to create in order to express yourself and to process your emotions and heal.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all these things of yeah, where am I completely powerless? Where do I still have power? Or
Hmm.
how can I move forward? How can I take care of my
Yeah.
kids? And
Well, it's like you don't want to be enemies. You're always that
No,
and I've been through, a similar experience as far as divorce and with a child, and it's difficult because it's like you will always love that person as you're the other parent of your child,
mm,
and you care for them, but you can't be with them. But you still want to, protect them, and you can't turn off that feeling. That's your family forever. So yes, I totally
yeah,
get where you're coming from, and I understand the guilt when you want to just when you need to move on with your life, and and
mm,
maybe the other person isn't there yet, or something is amiss. So I definitely understand that for sure.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's. I mean, also it's my my wife before this wife, ex-wife, my yeah, we were addicts together, and then she didn't make it through that. So also
Oh, I'm so
I have
sorry.
that feeling too. You know what I mean? That I also
Yeah.
know what it's like to watch someone die from this.
Yes.
So it's yeah. So all that was going on, but then also I was really inspired over this last year. With our conversations and knowing everything that you have been through, life and death things, and you know, you know,
Well, it's like a
certain,
rebirth
yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
certain,
ready to create again, and you've been through so much trauma. Yes.
yeah, and certain, certain, criminal investigations and whatnot
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you and the beloved coven have been through, and I was quite inspired to see how people carry on, you know.
Yes.
Um, and and I think it's like less of a kind of this, the kind of royal meme of step up for lift and carry on.
Right.
It kind of implies like a suppression of emotion.
Yes.
But I
Oh, I
think
understand that. You feel like you need to be stoic. Well, when you're a parent, you definitely you learn that it's something you just have to be strong, and you
yeah,
feel like you can't show
can't fall
that.
apart.
Yes, you can't. Yes, exactly. I understand that too.
But at the same time, it's like I also, as time goes on too, I really want to feel things. Like, for instance, this
Yes.
not to really go on a total tangent, but this heart attack that I had, where one day my heart stopped for 40 minutes. Oops. Um,
Yeah.
but I really believe that that was because of a lifetime of trying to suppress feelings, of not crying, of immediately
Yes.
turning to anger, and
Hmm. Well,
actually,
it poisons you inside eventually, because the mind
yeah.
and the body are so connected. When
Mhm.
we suppress things, my theory is it makes us sick. So we have to get it out, especially when you're an artist. And you took some time off, didn't you, from singing and creating music?
Well, yeah, I mean, I took almost 20 years off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, not only was I not, I was suppressing my emotions, but I had cut myself off from the one
Your passion.
healthy
Yes.
outlet I had.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like all that. And then I just, yeah, I just thought, well, first of all, as we've talked about, I love this community, and I really believe that it's that we co-create, so I don't
Yes.
at this point, I mean, I'm gonna start sounding a little woo-woo, but I don't even believe that this is my song. It's a co-creation because without a listener, without knowing who's gonna hear it, without knowing that it's gonna pass through your ears and other people that I respect that I know are going through that makes you all co-creators of this thing. And so I'm just like a channel that it comes through, and then I just have to worry about being pure about it, And
Yes.
and I really like this. This is one of those songs as I was recording it, um, where it came so fast that it just didn't. It's just like, what is that?
Yeah. You were the vessel and it just
Yeah,
took you over. Exactly. Yes.
exactly. It just popped out, and then I often lay down like a scratch vocal just as an idea, and then I go back and redo it. And but in this song, this is the scratch vocal because this, especially in the verses, I heard something in my voice where because I was almost on the edge of tears, as
It's the
I'm
pain.
recording it.
It's the
Yeah.
it's the pain and despair. Yes, that's what resonated with me so much. I cried for an hour at least
Uh,
when I listened in full, and that's why I felt like I had to create the reel for you
mm,
because and you never asked me to. I just felt came from, a place of just yes, thank you, and I feel this
that
and
place.
I
Yes.
appreciate it. Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
that's like, I mean, that's the thing, that place,
that place, yes.
what is that? But it's like, it's also, is this a place of like sadness, but also joy. It's also purity, also
Mhm.
like love, and like camaraderie, compassion, like everything that like makes us human and where we create and where we like really
Mhm.
connect, so it was just like um yeah, so I want to like honor that in a way and to make it you know so like as a 15-minute answer to your question, Richard.
It was a
It
good
is,
question, though. It
yeah,
was,
it
yes.
is about personal experience, but it's about the experience of us all, and
Mhm.
in life, and how life changes when you really come face to face with these things that you think, okay,
Yes,
I literally could just lay down and die, or I can look around, see that other people were laying down, and I saw them get up and slowly start walking forward. And I think I can do the same, with their
yes.
help.
Yeah. No, I felt that too. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of myself and all the other fans. It's just beautiful. And, my personal question was going to be about how you and James collaborated together to bring this thing to fruition. I mean, I'm just curious about the process.
Well, the usual process is, I make a demo of the song and send it to him, and ask him, is this any good?
Hmm. Yeah.
And it's pretty easy, just like throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. And it's pretty easy. He's so true, and he's such a true blue, beautiful soul that it's very easy to see
Yeah.
what's something where he sees some magic there,
Hmm.
and I've as our partnership has like um forged on, I like trust him more and more. In fact, now totally with what we're
Yeah.
direction going first. As I say, I have, I probably have like 12 demos that he has,
Wow. Hmm.
and And it's kind of like as it comes time for another one, we're like, yeah, what do you think? You know what? And it's actually good that time goes on because then he said, well, this certain one is stuck in my head, and I haven't
Hmm.
listened to it. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but this is stuck in my head. And
That's a good sign. That's always
yeah,
a good sign, right? Yeah.
and this one was weird because often, it varies with how much James input has into how different the song sounds from demo to finished song. But
Hmm.
this one is very similar to the demo. It was also was like the thing. It just came out fully formed and boom, that was it. So that
Yeah.
was a bit like, okay, something special's going on here too. So I think his work on this, which I was just talking to him last night that he loves to do more and more, is that he gets when the whole thing is there, then he really gets microscopic and he does his, you know, uh,
Yeah.
manipulation of frequencies and stuff so that everything is popping through in a clear way, and he really starts getting microscopic about what the things that he's working on, and so it's like his work on this one was like the just like sonic nurturing, you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
every time I heard it back, it was like, whoa, sounds so good.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I keep saying, oh, that sounds so
It,
good.
it's it's like magic, right? You're like, wait, I did that. This is me. Sometimes when
Yeah,
you have a really talented producer, yes.
yeah. Well, it also allows me to like say, okay, that's not me, that's we. There's
Right.
something special that goes on between
The
us.
collaborative effort, yes.
Yeah, but it allows me to enjoy the music myself, as because then
Hmm.
I can listen to it and I just don't think that it's
You
me.
can celebrate it without
Uh,
being a narcissist.
yeah,
You're right.
and that's,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
because when I listen to the songs, I always hear, that's a beautiful collaboration with my beautiful friend,
Mhm.
rather than you know, me staring at myself in the mirror.
Yeah. Well, no, I think your fans really love the like and sense the magic that you two your relationship and how you create together. It really translates through, and
Yeah,
that's a valuable asset to have as an artist,
I
definitely.
mean, it's everything. I mean, as I said before, that's the dream come true,
Hmm.
and this is like from someone that from like 15 years old, I was gunning like my life depended on it for rock star,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was the dream. I thought,
Yes.
thought that's what it meant to have my dreams come true. And I was like, now at this age, I'm like, oh, this is my dreams come true. I get to
Yeah.
make the music that I want to make and have it sound how I always dreamed it could
Mm.
sound, you know. And
Yeah.
that's even unfolding because it's like it's dream come true after dream come true after dream come true because everything that comes back from James is literally a new dream come true.
Yeah.
And what he does, and then we know each other so well now, is that he doesn't even in the beginning, he was like, not good. Let me send you a first draft. Da, da. Hey, what do you think about this? Da, da, da. And the back and forth was quite uh, happened quite intensely and often. And
Mm.
and now I send him the stuff he just goes to work and I don't get anything from him. And this new one, he doesn't even send first drafts anymore. What he sends is a full final mix
Yeah.
that he's just got to tweak a little
Well,
bit.
that's a sign that you guys know each other so well that
Yeah, yeah,
you it just happens, and you've already worked out, how you think, how he thinks, and how you compromise together, everything. That's
Right.
beautiful.
And
Yeah, for
and
sure.
yeah, because he's always like, oh yeah, here you go, yeah, send me notes on this, and I'm like, notes? You know what? What are what are notes? I don't know. This is perfect, you know.
Yeah. That's no, that's really great.
And then
Um,
he gives himself notes. He said, yeah, but I want to do this and this, and I just want to try something this, and I just say the policy continues. Full
yeah.
do follow the muse wherever she may lead. You have total freedom to do whatever you want. That's like my
Yeah.
policy with him. Do whatever you want. Any idea, anything that comes, follow it. Total creative freedom. That's what we're doing, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's worked so far.
Yeah, I would say so for sure. Well, there's another question from another fan.
Oh,
So
kidding.
this one is from Wilda Bien.
Oh yeah.
Wilda, yes,
I will
she
though.
shares. Yeah, hi Wilda. Yeah, she's really passionate about music, and she creates a lot
Mm,
of reels of photography, and
yeah.
she's a real deal. She's a great person and a great fan. From my time getting to know her this year. But anyway, her question to you. And I think it's a great question. And it actually tells a lot about us, about a person. So
Mm,
tell us about what is a guilty pleasure song of SBG? Tell us.
I'm guilty pleasure.
Inquiring minds would like to know, like something that a song maybe that you love and you turn up in your car and you sing along to, but maybe you're not the most proud of, or maybe people don't have the best critical reception of the song. Like, you
Oh,
know,
of one of my songs.
I know you're, no, no, not one of yours, just in
Any song.
general.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Like
I
it
mean,
could, the
we
idea
talk.
is of a guilty pleasure is it's supposed to be something that is embarrassing, but you're revealing,
Well, I mean, I don't know how embarrassing it is, but I mean, we were back and forth about this, about the yeahs maps, you know.
oh yeah.
And I guess the reason why it's embarrassing to me is I'm such a latecomer to this song. I mean, you tell me how long has this been out, the song?
Oh, I remember it
Is it
from 2000.
5 years or
I think it was 2003. I was a young
really?
person. Yeah, I was a very young person, and
Right,
seeing
well, that
that
makes sense.
video
That makes sense.
and
Yeah.
seeing her made me want to, like, I had already picked up a bass and played, with as a teenager in some bands or whatever, but it made me want to take music more seriously. Like she commands an audience, and it's like,
Mm,
you know, and Karen O, and she has like a similar kind of background in the way, and there's so much about her. Like actually, when I had my short hair, people used to tell me all the time, "Oh, you could be either Chrissy Hines' daughter or Karen O's,
totally.
niece or something." Yes.
Totally.
So it was like Karen O is a badass. I mean, she really
Yeah.
is. So yeah, there's no there I wouldn't be embarrassed about that. I know like they're indie darlings and got
Yeah.
really popular, but I
But
wouldn't be
but
embarrassed about it. I
but
still love yeahs and I always will. Yeah, for sure.
it makes sense that it was 2003 because that's actually when I just got off of heroin. So and then I actually shut myself off of music altogether.
Mm.
That's when the 20-year drought started.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
actually had I was so brokenhearted about not making my rock star dreams come true that I had to actually stop listening to music, which is like
Oh, yeah, that's the
so
worst sign as
horrible.
an artist. Yeah, that
Yeah,
you're in
yeah,
a low place. I've
yeah.
been there too, and
So
it's
I missed everything that happened in the 2000s. So I missed yes totally. But a funny thing about and shout out to uh, Mike Potter, hair and
oh
makeup
yeah.
in New York. He still does her hair and makeup at Karen
Mm.
Owens, and that is close friends with her and so yeah, I never met her, but it's like a connection too that I feel with her because um he did I think he did do my hair here and there, but I was in this crazy, um, like it was like another kind of coven, of
Hmm.
creatives in New York that was in this
Oh, awesome. Yes.
out of this club called Squeeze Box, and this is and I was able to work with tons of photographers and hair and makeup artists that would be at this club and work with underground people, on a Friday, on a Saturday, and hang out with them.
Mhm.
And then on Monday, it would literally be like I would have my hair and makeup done by someone on Friday night before a show, and then Monday morning they would do Christy Turlington's hair and makeup for Vogue. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's like that.
Yes. No, that's amazing.
And so he's one of these guys, and his career is just like
Mm.
soared. But another funny thing is a little trivia thing. He did the wigs and hair and makeup for Hedwig and the Angry Inch,
Oh, wow.
both the stage production and also the movie. And if you look in the movie, you'll see a wig that was based on my hair back then
Oh, wow.
he did
Get out of
as an
here.
homage to my yeah
Seriously?
with the orange on the top and the black in the back.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can see
yeah. How cool.
one of Hedwig's band members has that wig on that was like off of my hairstyle. So that's
Oh, that's
cool.
amazing. Yeah. How
But yeah,
cool is that?
with
Well,
this,
I actually
yeah,
spent a little time as a stylist for musicians.
oh
That
yeah,
would have been amazing to work in New York, but I was between here in Atlanta and LA, like just for a short time. I almost moved there and took that up permanently, but um,
hmm
it was like the economy crashed and I had to have a steady paycheck. So I just went to do what I did was actually I dressed mannequins for different malls and department stores like a stylist. I was a stylist, but more of like, the visual merchandising type
yeah,
rather
yeah,
than
yeah,
the
yeah.
the real people. But I
Oh,
always wished and I loved styling men. That was my favorite.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
And guy
did you?
liner, lots of guy liner.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Do you have pictures of that of the
I
different stuff
do.
of that?
I
Yeah, I'd
do.
love to see
Yes.
that. Yeah,
I
because I'm
have
sure you're
some
great at that.
photos.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll send them to you. It's been a while, but yeah. I miss that work. I just love, I mean, fashion, aesthetics, are big to me. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I
I,
just have to say, the fans need to see this photo. Please post this.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I won't. Maybe I'll try to find. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to find a clip from the movie too. It shouldn't be too hard just to see that.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
awesome to do as a post.
yeah, but that's my guilty pleasure that I'm a bit embarrassed of because I missed it the first time around, and
Oh,
I'm shocked that it's 20 years or 22 years old.
yeah.
I thought you were going to say it was like 5 years old. So that's how out of touch I am.
Yeah.
But
Well, in
so
New
that's the
York, there was
embarrassing
a
part.
pretty, well, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. And I think that's a great choice for a song. Now, it's definitely one of mine, but the only reason it would ever be considered guilty for me was just it was overplayed at the time it came out,
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
but that was their breakthrough. And
Yeah.
and I thought there were far better songs on that first album. And a lot of the songs on various albums, I've seen them in concert now 4 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
So,
just looking. I think we're going to get cut off, but
oh,
already, yeah. But you know what? I listened to that song over and over, and I've already said to James, why do I want to do a cover of this song so badly? Is it
oh my
totally
God, do it.
embarrassing?
I've done it in karaoke. It was live band karaoke. I at least have standards when I do karaoke. It's got to be a live band. But no, I did it. And
But
I,
then
I
last,
was just thinking, I want to do it again. It's such a great song. It's so much fun. And with
yeah,
your voice, totally, you should cover it.
I thought it'd be fun with a male voice, but then I also thought,
Yes.
yeah, but this bass part and the sliding bass part, and then I was like, Bassa Verouk.
Well, it's
I was
such an
like,
emotional song.
yeah,
You could definitely you translate this emotion so strongly in your music, like just through your voice. It's amazing. So
No, that's,
yes, and you know,
yeah. So
it's a
I think,
very tragic song. Like when
yeah,
you can feel
yeah,
her emotion in it. But yeah, a lot
yeah.
of the fashion choices I made as far as like the bangs and the gloves and stuff, it was yeah, definitely influenced by her big time. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna reach out to Bassifal Luke Kevin and see if he wants to collab on it too.
Oh, great.
Because I can hear his
Yes.
vocals in the background and stuff too. You know what? I can see we're
Awesome.
gonna get cut off with my Zoom
Oh,
though.
okay.
But I just want to say
Yeah.
thank you so much, Casey. And I don't know if we got to any of your questions. I just
No,
kept,
we did. We actually got
I
to all three, but we just did a longer discussion. It was a great discussion. So thank you
love
so
you.
much.
Thank you
Love you
so
too.
much.
Bye.
Happy
Take
holidays.
care. You too. Bye, Scott.